Welcome back to Where The Gentry Walk. 4 penalties denied in that Wrexham game. 2 of them definitely clear ones. Same referee as the Birmingham game. There's definitely an agenda. How you all doing? This is 20 more minutes of North End chat. We've got Joey, and welcome back to James. On this week's episode, Harvey and Etienne are down with the man flu, so we've got James returning from his paternity leave. We'll say hello to him in a second. Plus, why are North End so slow at starting games? Another goal conceded in the first 5 minutes. What is going on there? Lots to get through this week. Plus, Ryan Lowe is heading back to Deepdale in the FA Cup. We'll get these two's view on what sort of reception he might get. Not a polite one, I'm gonna imagine. Coming up this week, then, we're talking about the brilliance of Harrison Armstrong. Of course, we're talking about your favourite last-minute winner for North End, and we're talking about which North End stars are going to be heading to the World Cup, past or present, this summer. Plus, we're up to the letter I in our A to Z. Joey hopefully has got a few lined up for us. We'll leave James out of that, given that that will be a bit of a surprise for him. Right, congratulations, James. How's family life? How's being a dad?
Well, tough, and I'm trying to get him to play football at the moment. I've bought him a Preston top, but it's a bit too big.
Some might say that's child cruelty. You should report it to see. Right, congratulations, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
Super great to have you back on here. What have you made of North End then recently, James? I mean, especially that Wrexham game. Was that 2 points dropped?
Yeah. It's the past few weeks. The performances have been a bit of a worry. So I actually, when the game ended, I thought, although we should have won, I thought the performance was really good. So it's a positive and a negative. But yeah, okay. Listen, if you offered me this place at the start of the season, I'd snap your hand off. So you can't really moan.
Yeah. Joey, last week on here we were with Harvey and Etienne. We were talking about performances. Did you see a better result from North End?
Yeah, I think it did, definitely going forward. I think again we were very suspect at the back, especially in the first half. I don't think the conditions helped. I think Lindsay in particular were really struggling with the conditions. He was, like I say, he was on the floor probably more than he was stood up. But yeah, I think more promising signs just because the way we sort of went at him. I think we could have let Kiefer Moore bully our defenders, and he was doing it for a period of the game. But then I think they were just happy to sort of sit back and sort of soak up the pressure at 1-0, and that it actually worked into our favour because we do have those players going forward, and with the pace and the dynamicness of it all. I think we actually we looked pretty dominant pretty much throughout the whole game. I think it was disappointing though it took so long to get that equaliser, but their keeper probably wouldn't have had a better game all season, so it's one of those, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. A few social media takes from this one. Thank you if you're watching live as well. Do drop us a comment as well. We'll get you on. Zippy Plays Drums says we should have won that one, but it's just one of those days. The keeper of the game of his life. Good to have Armstrong playing again and Andy back on the bench as an option, but Smith, Lindsay and Thor should have been hooked at half time. They absolutely stunk the place out, and that ref should be sacked. Gash. Yeah, we've talked about Smith many times on here, James. We talked about Lindsay already. What about Thorelson? Is that a fair comment?
Yeah, someone's told him he's a footballer. He's just, I don't know. He just offers you nothing. He's not like a combative midfielder. He's not creative. He's just a placeholder. Showed the difference really when Armstrong came on, what a central midfielder should be.
Yeah. Just a little bit on Smith as well, James, while we've got you there, because we haven't asked your opinion on this. Nathan Sims says Smith should not be starting. He offers nothing going forward and clearly needs a striker alongside him even when he plays. It genuinely felt against Wrexham we were playing with 10 men. Yeah, is that too harsh or not?
Yeah, I'd say it's a bit too harsh. I mean, I know a lot of North End fans are wanting blood really in terms of Smith, but I think there is a player there. You saw it at Wednesday last season. He just seems a bit sluggish. I'm not sure what it is, but there's been a few performances where he's took his chances really well, and then other times he just, I don't. It's always going to be a risk when you sign 33-year-old strikers, but it's not worked out so far.
No. Right, Harrison Armstrong, Joey, then gets all the plaudits because, of course, his first his first goal and his return as well. Vegan PNE says it's my favourite loan player of all time. Now, of course, I think our previous loan player, overall favourite loan player, Kane Kesler-Hayden, that's actually going to come back to Deepdale this week. But yeah, is Harrison Armstrong replaced him?
I mean, yeah, I think he's a class above. I mean, I think Kesler-Hayden had his probably limitations, and he's a good championship player. I think Armstrong, and you'll be really happy to hear this as an Everton fan, Mark. I think he's got a potential to be a future England captain. I mean, I don't think that's. I mean, he's 18 years old, and just the way he almost carries the team, he just does it with ease, and it's just, I just find it incredible. And then you even listen to his interviews after the game, it feels like he's got like a 28-year-old's head on the 18-year-old body. I think it's quite scary actually, because he literally did just change the game. I think, if we started him, I think we could have probably won that game. And I think we were very much lacking him in the last few games without him. So it's, yeah, I'm very excited by him. I'm very, very nervous that Everton are going to try and recall him in January. But, I'm hoping that they see he's developing really well here, and he's playing his football, that he stays and helps us push forward.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard David Moyes' recent interview. He was asked that question, and he did say he's very happy that he's getting the time at Preston. So as long as I think he gets the game,
Agent Moyes.
Yeah, he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna. I think he's gonna leave him there for his development. Super. Let's talk about Whiteman, shall we? As well, I need to mention 200 up for him. James Braden says he's stepped up a lot for us this season. Yeah, is this one of his? It's one of his better seasons, James. And why do you think that is?
Yeah, probably from his first couple of seasons where he looked really good. He's probably at that level again, and I think maybe just that his position's cemented. The new manager came in, he's still kept him as club captain. There's been a lot of, I mean, in his personal life, I'm not saying it helps, but he's just had a daughter. So he's feeling settled and happy. And I think when you get older and it's a team full of, a team with a lot of young lads in, you sort of become a leader. And he's just calming. That's the best word for him. So yeah, it'd be brilliant season, playing really well. Long may it continue.
Brilliant. Well, we'll leave the Wrexham game there aside. We'll have a look at what's coming up this week in a second. First of all, just say a massive thank you to the community that we're building here. We enjoy making this content for you. We know there's other Preston North End podcasts you listen to, but thank you. Shout outs to people like Gordon, Holding, Avanzi, who commented last week about Harrop, who we chose for H. There, Catstone, thank you for your lovely comments towards us. Harvey as well, Aidan Poland as well. We're trying to get to 275 this week. If you can help us get there, if you haven't yet subbed, that'd be absolutely amazing. Just press that subscribe button and help us grow. We love bringing 20 more minutes of North End chat to you. Right, Joey. Obviously, we do this across all 24 teams. We've been talking to our Coventry fans about the hoodoo of Deepdale. They honestly believe that the longest running jinx in English football is coming to an end in the next 24 hours. Do you believe that to be the case as well?
It's so hard because they're having such a good season. And yes, they've just come off a 3-0 defeat. But I feel like if that was a team down at the bottom just losing 3-0, you fancy your chances. But a team at the top, they'll try and respond. They've got the players to do so. They've probably got Victor Torp coming back in as well. And I think he's probably been their best player this season. I don't know. I just feel like we're just going to both make it quite difficult for ourselves. I think the conditions are going to be terrible again tomorrow because I've heard it's just going to be storms galore. So I think it's just probably suit us a bit better than it'll suit them. They're a bit more of a total football inside. I think we can. I think we'll cancel each other out, and the hoodoo will continue, but we probably won't get the 3 points against them.
Yeah, it is odd, isn't it, James? That doesn't matter what form you're in or what form they're in. They've never won at Deepdale in competitively in the league. It's mad.
I think we'll beat them tomorrow. Just because they do give up chances. I know for all the brilliance going forward, they do give up chances. So you can get at them. And if you looked at Leicester's squad, Ipswich's squad, objectively, it's better than Coventry's. We put those teams to the sword at Deepdale. I really like us at home. I've just got a feeling it'll continue, like Joey said. But I think we'll win, not get a point.
Okay. All right. And then Oxford at the weekend. This is the sort of fixture, Joey, where we've expect North End to win, and then they just come back with a 2-0 loss. How do you see this one going?
Yeah, it's another one, isn't it? Because I think they won their last home game against Ipswich. So, but I think we've got enough about us this time to do them over. We couldn't get the better of them in either home or away last year, so I think it's due a win against them. And I think, this season we've actually got the quality above them. I think that last year, I think our squads were pretty much similar. But we've got players that can unlock their defence this year. They probably won't expect it. And we won't come like Ipswich did, where they can just sort of, soak up the pressure and counter us. So I think hopefully quality will just tell in the end in that one.
Bro, let us know your score predictions in the chat. We've been talking about injury time winners this week across the network because there's been so many 90th minute goals scored in the Championship, more than any of the season so far, according to the statistics. So we've been asking, what's your favourite ever 90th minute plus winner for North End? It doesn't have to be in the Championship either. It could be in the Cup or League One, of course. James, does one spring to mind as we've been talking?
Yeah, I think everyone would go for Liam Lindsay at Blackburn, but I would go for Ched Evans a couple of seasons ago at Stoke. It was a dreadful game. And I went with my little brother and we were on our way to leave. And he flicked a corner into the back post. And so it was a melee. And that was the one from recent memory that I enjoyed the most.
One of them where you see grown men tumbling down steps and Joey, what for you?
Yeah, I think either I was going to say the Lindsay one, which James mentioned against Blackburn, although one that does come to mind is I think it was against Birmingham at home. I think it was Sean Maguire.
Yeah.
And it just helped keep our playoff hopes alive at that point. And it just, you'll see the celebrations when they're all just going crazy then. And it's just, it was just like a great moment because I think it just didn't look like that game we'd ever get the goal. We kept pressing, just nothing came off. And then just to get that and just keep our slim chances alive was just, that was a good feeling.
Brilliant. Since we last met you, the FA Cup draw has been made. None of our manifestations, Joey, from last week made it out. But Wigan, poor Ryan. That's probably the last thing he wanted, wasn't it? Adam says, good opportunity to give Ryan Lowe the fond farewell that he missed out on. And Lou just quite simply puts, Ryan Lowe, you're getting it. It's a good draw for North End this, James.
Yeah. If you get lower league opposition, that's good at home. Also, especially when there's a bit of needle in it, because he's pretty unbearable, Ryan Lowe. I don't think there'll be any love lost when he comes to the hill.
Yeah. Joey, I was going to ask you what kind of reception he's going to get, but he is literally going to get it, isn't he, from all three sides of the ground?
I think so. I mean, it's one of those, and it's like, I didn't like him personally, but he didn't do the worst jobs that Preston manager has done. So he might get forgiven by half the crowd, but then the other half crowd probably baying for blood. That's his last, because I don't think he's done too great at Wigan either. So. It's
just his personality, though, rather than the football, isn't it? It's just all round unlikable.
Yeah, very arrogant. Which was great when he first came in, when we were actually winning games. You're thinking, oh, this is the sort of positivity we need. And then as soon as it turned a bit sour, then that arrogance, really came to the front.
Look forward to that one in January, though. Yeah, it just had to happen, didn't it? Brilliant. Another draw that took place, of course, was the World Cup draw last week, which was a bit of a farce of a show. Have you managed to catch it? Joey, it's great when we hear our own team's name in the commentary in a big tournament. Who do you think who's going to be the leading star for North End? Players gone past as well as present. Where will we hear North End in the commentary? I'm
not even sure. I'm trying to think of the teams that are still. Maybe Robbie Brady if he comes back. Because I can't think. Because I'm guessing Iceland are out.
Yeah, they didn't qualify.
Negro out. So, and I can't see as good. Like I say, I think Armstrong is a potential future England player / captain. I think this would be a bit too soon for him. And as same with Thierry Small. So I think probably Braid is the only one I can think of. Northern Ireland still they've got. Have they not?
Did they not come one of the best third place teams? I think they're one of the best third place.
They might got some through Nations League again. We'll definitely, if Northern Ireland somehow manage to get there, then Ali McCann is definitely a starter for them.
Okay. All right then. Finally this week then we're up to letter I in our A to Z. James will give you a pass on this one because we're right up to the most difficult letter. I swear Harvey and Etienne have taken the week off because they couldn't think of one. So it's all on you, Joey.
I think Harvey mentioned it, Everson, didn't he? So I'll give him a shout out, seeing as I'm sure he mentioned it. And then I think you've got to say Invincibles because that's I think very unique for an English club other than Arsenal. And I think we're the only actual true Invincibles, given we did it in the League and Cup, and we've got the stand there. But I think if we're going as far as A to Z, we've got to use that as unbeaten for you because there's not. I can't think of a U ever for anything Preston. So I think Everson, or I was going to say actually Alan Irvine is another shout. I know, again, it was a bit mixed in terms of the fans, but he did come in when I think we're in the bottom three in the championship, and within he kept us up, and then within 2 seasons he got us into the playoffs. And to be fair, unlike the guy we just mentioned before, he was actually quite a likable person, a good coach. He got on well with all the players there. He made us a bit respectable again. So I think he's a good. I don't think he was probably right for a manager. He's a great coach. As Everton are finding out now, working alongside Moyes again, I think that's where he's probably best suited. But I'll give him some credit. So that's another one. Out of the two, Everson or Irvine, I think just because of recent bias, you've got to say Everson because he's just so.
You're going to put Everson, yeah. I mean, every week there's what's Dan saved this week competition. Okay. Sling Dog, thanks for commenting as just another eye. Just simply, I love PNA. Cheers for that, Sling Dog. He's asked, what do you think about Wigan at home in the FA Cup? You can skip back up on it. So we've had a chat about that one already. But I mean, should be straightforward to the fourth round, shouldn't it, Joey? To be frank.
Yeah, well, we'd hope so. As I said before previously, Eckenbaum's quite a good record in the FA Cup with Sheffield United, and even with us, I think it was the furthest we've been in 60 years when we got there last year in the quarters. So you'd expect him to take it as seriously. I know we're doing well in the league, which gives it a bit of extra added sword to it. But I mean, we should be winning that at home. I would be a bit more skeptical if it was away, but at home we should be winning that. It's like James said, there is a bit of an added bit of feistiness about it because of Lowe, but hopefully that will work in our advantage because I don't want him to have it one over us.
You don't want him knee sliding down the touchline.
It'll be fist pumping all night if he did that.
Bill. Right. Cheers for that, Sling Dog. Right. Thank you very much for watching. Join us next week then as we go on to letter J. It's a little bit easier, that, I think. And of course, we're going to look back at all the games this week, the Coventry game, and of course, the trip to Oxford this weekend. Enjoy both of them if you're watching and travelling. Stay safe, and we'll see you in 7 days' time. Do drop us a sub and help us get to 270. That'd be absolutely amazing. Thanks very much, fellas. Have a good week. Catch you in 7.